Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of Avengers Infinity War reaction. So we're going to start off where I left off with our last video, part 1. Just remember everyone, this is spoiler. So if you don't want to know what happens, just sign off now. Just exit the video now. Where did we start off with? I think we were just done with the Asgardian stuff. When I think Loki dies, when Heimdall dies, I think we got done with that. So what happens after that is we see, Heimdall uses his last bit of energy to use a Bifrost power to transport Hulk to Earth. And ironically, he ends up in the Sanctum Sanctorum. We see him panting there, destroyed the staircase. Doctor Strange and Wong looking at him, and he says, he's coming. Thanos is coming. And then it pans to Avengers Infinity War. And then what happens? You have Tony Stark and Pepper talking. They're talking about, Tony had this dream about a kid, that they had a kid. Pepper's like, yeah, no, definitely not having a kid. And then we see his new arc reactor. Pepper's like, I don't think that was useful, needing. He's like, well, it was for nanotechnology. I just want to protect the thing I love, which is you, Pepper. And then out of nowhere, Doctor Strange comes out and he's like, Mr. Stark, we need you here. And then we get the story about the Infinity Stones, what has happened, and Jesus, fuck, God, that guy almost hit me. Oh my Lord, wow. Sorry for the cussing, but man, that was crazy. He almost hit my car. Okay, where was I before that guy almost hit my car? We have Hulk, or Banner, Doctor Strange, Wong, excuse me, and Iron Man, aka Tony Stark, talking about what happened. And then I think it was Hulk I keep saying Hulk. Banner says Thor and Loki are dead. He destroyed their entire race. He beat the crap out of us, basically. And Tony is just shocked, even though Thor is not dead. He's still alive from the trailers, from what we saw. Yes, he is still alive in the movie. I'm just gonna say it now. I believe there's four characters that definitely die is Loki, Heimdall, Gamora dies, and Vision dies. We'll get to Gamora and Vision later. Then we have what happens after they'll talk. During their talk, Banner asks, and he's like, where's Cap? Where's Natasha? Where's Hawkeye? And Tony says, the Avengers broke up. He's like, what happened? We just broke up. So then Banner's like, Tony, I don't care. This guy could destroy the universe. I don't care what happened. You need to call him. And then you see Tony pull out a flip phone, is ready to call him. But then you hear the screaming out in the streets. They go out there and they see one of the Black Order's ships. And I can't remember who comes down. The wizard one and the big bulky guy. I don't think they ever said their names except for I think I know Clovis Glade and Proxima Midnight. That's all I know. But crap. Iron Man and Doctor Strange start having a fight, and Tony's looking at Banner. He's like, I need you to get angry. And Hulk doesn't come out. Hulk is refusing to fight because he got his butt just annihilated by Thanos in not even like a minute. And he's scared, and we see that later in the movie. We don't see Hulk at all in the movie. We only see him for that split scene where Thanos beats the crap out of him. Only time you see Hulk. And so it becomes Tony and Doctor Strange fighting him, and then we see Peter gets his Spidey sense. He looks back in the school bus. He sees the ship. He looks at Ned. He's like, Ned, I need you to make a distraction. And Ned's like, oh, we're all gonna die. And everyone panics. And then Peter's like, okay, that's a distraction. I guess it worked. And then we see him obviously on the side of the bus. He's swinging over there. We see him catch up. Oh, Stan Lee cameo is him as the school bus driver. That's the Stan Lee cameo. What else? Then when Tony or Iron Man is fighting the big brute while Strange is fighting the wizard guy. Really don't remember their names. Tony and the big guy are in a park. Tony's about ready to get crushed, and all of a sudden you see the big brute's hammer get stopped. Then they look like, what happened? Then you see Spider-Man's head go like, boop, like just pops up like, hey guys, what's up? Then Tony's like, what are you doing here? I saw a spaceship. I came to help. And Tony's like, ah. Then they like quickly, Tony's telling Peter while they're fighting what's happening. And then they see Doctor Strange fly by with the wizard of their group, the magician, I don't know. And then Tony's like, hey kid, that's the wizard, go get him. He's like, okay, I'll go get him. I just had to laugh in that scene because it was like, Peter's kind of like a little puppy, and he's like trying to follow orders, and it was just so funny. Then obviously Peter tries to save him. Then Doctor Strange gets sucked up into the ship, followed by the wizard. And before anything can happen, before that, Iron Man's about ready to get crushed again by the big brute. And then Wong sends him to the Arctic. He tries to escape, and his arm gets cut off. And yeah, that's all I can remember from there. And then from that point, we see Iron Man flying up to try to catch the ship. Peter's on there. He starts to lose air. Tony calls for his new suit, which is the Iron Spider, which has the legs on it. And Tony decides to send him home after Peter comes to conscience. But what Peter does, he sticks the web onto the ship and still stays, which was pretty intense. What's going on up here? We have like a... Oh. You know, a quick tangent. I hate people that poke along when they drive. It's like, either move, go the speed limit, or speed. Please. It annoys me. Okay. Then after that scene when Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man all collectively get onto ship, we then cut to... before I move on to that, we have Wong telling Banner that he's going back to the Sanctum, and then Wong asks Banner, what are you going to do? And he's like, I'm going to make a call. And he calls Captain America. And then we pan over to the Guardians, which, where are they heading to? They're heading to, guess where? This Guardian ship. They picked up on the distress signal, and they're talking, and I think it was Star-Lord that said, hey, it's nice to help. We gotta help them. Maybe they'll pay us. Then Rocket and Groot, they're like, yeah, whatever. Maybe they can pay us or something. Then Drax is like, or maybe their ship. And then Gamora looks at them and they're like, these people could be like in serious trouble. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. We have to help them. And then you have Groot that's like on his phone or game, and then Quill looks at him. He's like, Groot, put that up. I'm not going to tell you again. What did I say, Groot? And then Groot goes, I'm Groot. Apparently, like, said some cuss words, and everyone's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then Rocket's like, man, you've grown a big patch of acorns down there, haven't you? Which was pretty funny. I wish they would have said, like, pine cones, maybe. I don't know. Then they get to the landing site, and you just got that, you just saw all their faces, like, what happened? It literally looked like a war zone. Like, it looked deadly. Like, everything was destroyed. Like, best way I could describe it was probably, like, the asteroid scenes from Empire Strikes Back. And again, everyone is saying, oh, this is like an Empire Strikes Back movie. I don't still see the resemblance. I honestly don't. Oh, just because Thanos ultimately wins and gets his, like, sunrise. So what? It's a 2-part movie. It literally... It's one of the... This movie is really, really dark and emotional. And I felt so emotional when I saw that scene, because it was like, this is epic. He already taken out Xandar. He's already taken out Asgard, so what else is he gonna do? And I'm just trying to, like, wrap my mind around this. Of who, or not wrap my mind around, but just them seeing what happened. They don't know it was Thanos until they, like, get Thor. But Thor slams on the windshield, and Rocket's like, get it off. They bring him in because he, like, opens his eye. And then you have a funny scene, and Drax is like, this isn't a dude. This is a man. And then Quill looks at him, and he's like, I'm a man. Yes, but this is a big man. He's muscular. And then Quill's like, I'm big. And then everyone's like, yes, but someone who doesn't eat every day. He's like, we're really having this conversation right now? No, it's a funny part of the movie. Trying to think. Then, obviously, Mantis awakens him, flips the you-know-what out, and he's like, they tell him the story, or he tells them the story, and everyone's like, whoa. Thanos does this, and then what really got me, and what I thought that I figured out where the Soul Stone was before everyone, was that Thor said he already has the Tesseract and Power Stone. He already demolished Xandar. We have the Mind Stone, and oh my god, I can't think of the 2 stones on Earth. Oh my lord. Okay, there's the Mind Stone. No, Time Stone. Mind and Time Stone are on Earth. The Reality Stone is on nowhere, and no one has seen the Soul Stone in years. And after Thor says that, it cuts to Gamora, and you just see Gamora, like, look down, like, she knows where it is. She knows where it's been, which was just such an epic part. And then, like, they have, like, a flashback scene later on the movie, and it's when Thanos is invading Gamora's world, and, like, Gamora gets taken from her mom. She, like, pushes away from a guard, and she's standing there all by herself, and then here comes Thanos, and Thanos is like, what's your name, little girl? He's like, Gamora. He's like, you're a pretty strong warrior. And he, like, pulls her aside, shows her this blade, which had, like, a gem that looked like the Soul Stone. I'm like, oh, I know where the Soul Stone is. It's in there. Gamora's going to be the one to kill him because he's her daughter. And it's going to be epic. But no. It wasn't that. Soul Stone was not in there. But he shows her that it's, like, perfectly balanced. If it goes this way, it'll not fall. This way, not fall. Pretty unique synopsis. Then still with the Guardians, you have Gamora and Quill talking. And Gamora looks at Quill, and she's like, if Thanos captures me, you have to kill me. And Peter's like, why? I can't tell you why, because then I'll have to kill you. And you could just tell that this was very, very, it was an important part of the entire movie, because Gamora knows where the Soul Stone is. And we'll get into where that is next, but next video we're going to talk about what happens with Rocket, Groot, and Thor. We're going to talk about going to Wakanda, or like how Scarlet Witch and Vision happen. And then the last one is probably, well, we'll probably do two, which will be the saving Doctor Strange, and the last one will probably be the Soul Stone, which that probably was the most, I wouldn't say emotional part, but it definitely has to have it up there because it's about Gamora. But I'll see you guys in part 3. Give it a thumbs up. Again, this is all spoilers, so don't watch if you don't want to be spoiled. Come watch it if you do want to be spoiled after the movie. Take care, guys.